All right, so I'm gonna do this whole writing passage, and I'm gonna go over it and do some commentary over it, and hopefully you guys will understand how to do these passages nice and quick. All right. I usually just skim like the paragraph. And television, radio, and other media. That seems correct. No change. Children's books more interesting since an individual sense of wholeness follows and cannot precede a sense of accomplishment. The writer wants to include a quotation by Hershey that supports the topic of the passage. Which choice best accomplishes this goal? The first failure is beginning of education. All right, let me just take that out real quick. Interesting because journalism allows its readers to witness history. Fiction gives readers an opportunity to live it. Now, is this really all about journalism? Not really. So take that out, take that out. Interesting with drawings like those of the wonderfully imaginative geniuses among children's illustrators. Now, children's books, earlier in the passage, it talked about children's attention, other media. So you want to think about media and children, and this D is definitely the best one. In fact, I think D is the only one that even mentions children. So, okay. The Story of the Cat in the Hat's publication began when William Spalding, the director of the education division at the publishing company Houghton Mifflin. Well, you can see that this is not needed information. Like they just added it. So you can put it in between two commas, and that's fine. So that would be no change as well. All right, 4. For appealing books for readers, he thought, okay, already. The subject was established right here. Spalding agreed. So you don't need to reintroduce the subject in the next sentence. And we get it. We're talking about Spalding. Good job. So you would want to join it, and you would use and. So 4. That's nice and easy. All right. 5. Having known Spalding for many years and having maintained a professional relationship with him, Jessel was an experienced writer and illustrator. Which choice best supports information that follows in the sentence? All right. So you want to show that this man is experienced, right? Acquired reputation for perfectionism. That's cool. Been interested in politics. That's not really related. Published 9 children's books and having received 3 nominations. Okay, so you know this guy means he's a real deal, right? Because number 5D shows that. However, this new project presented him with an obstacle. Okay, so would you use this word to introduce the sentence? You would, because you're talking about how this man is the great one, right? He's a GOAT. But now, all of a sudden, there's an obstacle. So, however, that shows a contrast between him being amazing, yet him facing an obstacle. 6 will be A, no change. Only to abandon them when he found that he needed to use words that were not on the list. On the verge of giving up, his story finally hit upon an image that became its basis. A cat, okay, that became its basis. Jessel's story. Now, the story isn't hitting upon anything, right? Jessel is. So you say it can't be A, not D either. Jessel finally hit upon the image that became the basis for a story. That's right. An image that Jessel faced hit upon became that's just not right. Like an image that Jessel finally hit upon became the basis of a story. That's just it's going from one end to the other. It's like going around town to accomplish the message. If you guys understand what I'm saying, this is more direct. You'll see sentences like this more in actual grammar books. His main character established, Jessel commenced the difficult task of writing a book with a limited vocabulary. At the end of a duration 9 months long. 9 months later. Okay, this is a big question right here. Let me tell you guys why. Simplification is a principle on the writing section that if you guys can master it, you'll be able to accomplish or get right a lot of questions, right? Because you can see right here, this sentence right here, or this part of a sentence, is the same thing as this. This is way shorter. And yes, length does matter, guys. On the SAT writing test, if 2 answer choices are exactly the same, but one is shorter, pick the shorter one, okay? Because that's more simple, and that's a big thing on the SAT. The book was a hit. Children were entertained by its plot about the antics of a mischievous cat and is captivated. You don't need guys captivated. You don't need is. So delete. Okay, let's move on. Which features works by Jessa and other writers and other publishers quickly follow suit. In the years that followed, okay, so you need a comma right here, okay, and then this would probably be lowercase. Let's see. Right there, look at that. In the answers, we got what we wanted. Sometimes you wanna, most of the times you wanna think in your head before looking at the answers of how this should be edited. Like when you read this, you should know, all right, this does not sound right. I need to edit the sentence. How would I, comma, and a lowercase m, boom, right in the answer choice. But perhaps the best proof of the Cat in the Hat's success is not its influence on other books, but its limited vocabulary and appealing word choices. The writer wants a conclusion that restates the main themes of the passage. Well, limited vocabulary isn't the main theme. Impressive worldwide sales. Now, it's not about the money. I mean, it actually is, but you know what I mean. Enduring ability to delight children. Again, children. This is the only choice that mentions children. So ready on pick C. Obviously, I'm going to read D. Important role in the history of illustration, whatever, no one cares. So let's see. Nice and easy, guys. This is how you should break down a passage, right? It's not hard. You just got to break it down. Try to think of the answers before you actually look at answer choices, and life become much, much easier. And remember simplification. All right, peace.